Greetings and welcome to my dear Cancer. Um, Cancer. The fourth house is open. We'll go ahead and begin with the Great Mirror spread, which is a 9 card spread designed in order to see within the modes of karma that may exist between you and a significant other. Please take only what you will. Not every detail will resonate, but make the best of what you can, and I shall do my best to discern the elements of emotional resonance within the emotional body, uh, the gateway towards the triplicity of water into infinity, into the ether. We'll go ahead and begin now. I'm using a 131-year-old deck from Paris, France, from the Aliette School. Let's go ahead and begin. The fourth house is open. Yeah, I called it. Okay, so the interesting thing about the energy of Cancer, okay, the energy of the fourth house is that it's polar opposite the axis and the yacht that exists around it. The great lesson revolves around your seventh house of the finger of God. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that the energy of Cancer revolves around externalization of certain things. It's the soft side of the emotional body, and the outside, which is the hardened shell. That could be the exterior of Cancer. Okay, and this is the externalization of certain things. It stratifies throughout time, becomes the inner self, the hardened inner self. Okay, and what I'm seeing here is a connection with a significant other that is based around the karmas of very deep, intensified connections that are hard to let go of through the energy of Saturn, and trying to constitute some sort of way to be emotionally sane, to be emotionally clear, to be emotionally safe in some sort of way. Okay, this also is triggered by the mystery of the moon. Okay, so what I'm seeing here are strong energies that have to do with purification, of trying to understand the method, working hard around modes of detachment, okay, between you and another, okay. That's your energy here, the moon. This is the energy of Capricorn, the significant other on the opposite side. What occurs here is an element of detachment and understanding how both of you have come to a mode of conservation between the two. We have the Eight of Pentacles, conservation, and then the synastry, or the synergy between you two that is distant from 2 points of conservation, from two different structures. It's as if there's a moat between two castles, and that is something that you either have to bridge or not. Um, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. I think you've essentially moved on from this connection. This connection primarily has given you power in some sort of way, power on how to act, also how to idealize or how to conserve your energetic resources. Okay, but on a deeper level, it also confuses you. This connection, it always has. Um, because of many options, because of what you can take in terms of what they've given you and how to replicate that and give that to others. There's something about the other that is too unpredictable. The significant other that may have been a sense of fortune at one point, but now there's difficulty in actually understanding the karma that has existed between the two of you. Saturn impulse is strong here, as well as Uranus, which is highly volatile and highly unpredictable in a way. And perhaps this unpredictability has led you to choose a path away from this, but then you are still somewhat entwined by it because it has empowered you in some way, shape, or form. Also, there is something about that type of deep denial, something that they have had to sacrifice. But then in this sacrifice, there is a spinning on what they have sacrificed, and that thing has its own gravity, okay? And it's a very strongly compelling thing for them. It is a mode of mercy or forgiveness, or perhaps self forgiveness, in terms of the realities that they're encompassing. This reading also mirrors the energy of Pisces strongly, so I would recommend checking out that video. I don't know why, but this placement here of the Hanged Man, as well as the Wheel of Fortune, is strongly resonant with the energy of Pisces. Okay, and that is the evolution of the duplicity of water. So you can check that video out. But what I'm seeing here in particular is a sort of possessive quality on their end, and then also an emotional complexity, or perhaps an emotional sporadic or diaspora of emotions that is hard to reconcile on your end, meaning that you have many choices, or perhaps the emotional sort of complexities may scare you in terms of this connection. Okay, but it is not fear that compels you to this person. It's more intensified emotions that that may be difficult. So you may be trying to move away from that. There's a projective quality about this that is both passive aggressive and also with a touch of vengeance. And you have to be careful of this energy because of a possessive quality that both of you harbor. One, you possessing your own vision or your own intensified polarities of emotional complexes, of also of creative forces that are deeply polarized and all over the place. Something about that also that you can take away from in order to share or have some sort of memory that is forever echoing in some sort of way, okay? If I haven't lost you yet, there's also a possibility of some sort of revisioning when it comes to those very complexities, okay? Once again, there is some sort of avoidance, detachment, and fear that both of you bring into the situation in terms of appearances, in terms of karmas that have to do with the balancing of Saturnian forces on their end, not being able to control it, Uranus taking over, shaking things up. The tower is not here, but there is some form of sacrifice on their end that they are forever dealing with, and a form of intensity that that they may not be able to handle. And because of that, there's a need for you to bring your cup elsewhere, to find your power elsewhere. Time will be the resolution here, okay? Time is the bridge and also the stopping point, the halting point here. And perhaps this is something that you need to stand by in terms of your own truths, your own philosophies, in order to convert this situation into a form of happiness, or perhaps into a form of sustainability when it comes to cooperative efforts with the other. There also is a possibility for them to break down the very structure that may be holding them back. They need to make a choice, but their hands are tied, and there's something very intelligently sort of contrived in a way that is helping them to understand what has been holding them back. Okay, if you embrace what's going on in the year of 2021, there is a possibility of breakthrough, a new paradigm, a new way of understanding this situation where possessions and possessiveness can take second sort of can take the back seat in terms of needing to hold on, or these emotions that are too intense, um, trying to let those go in order to find the purity of the situation. I can't look any deeper because I am out of reserve, but there is a mode of transformation here that has to do with passions, especially on their end, that need to be understood, okay? Um, and that is what I see. If you would like me to go deeper, I can, um, but I don't think it is really necessary. I am available for private readings otherwise. Otherwise, please take care. Bye bye.